Hi, this is Gary Goodwin, founder of the Armchair Dreamer, and welcome. Today we look at setting a starting point for our visualization sessions. Even if we know how to visualize, knowing where to begin each session adds to our mastery. There's something about having a well-practiced starting point that helps shift our mind from what we had been doing before the session into the mindset we need to visualize with clarity and depth. We develop confidence that we understand the process well. We can go straight to our starting point with no delay. Without a starting point, we're certain to stumble around flipping from one image to another, not really sure where we need to begin. Over time, our starting place will feel good because it is familiar, because we associate powerful experiences with it. We know where we're at, we know what lies ahead, and we anticipate and we're curious about what is going to come up in the session. Plus, using the same starting point allows us a chance to develop our mastery in that we can track the differences between how well we did it yesterday and the day before, and how well we are doing it in the moment. It's rather informal comparison, but we can pretty much tell if we're on target of what we are able to do, or if something's missing, or maybe we're doing far beyond much better than we've ever done before. Using the same target allows us to make those comparisons across time. Using the same image allows us, it pulls us towards remembering more and more detail about that image. That we remember some detail today, we add a little bit more tomorrow, we add a little bit more nuance to that detail the next day, we get better and better at this. And detail recall acts as an indicator of how turned inward we are, how much we've slowed down, how much we prepared ourselves, our mindset for the session. If things are looking hazy, we know that we're not quite where we need to be. Or if we feel rushed and we can't quite settle into that image. Or if we're not grabbing the image and following a little bit into the detail, we know that something is off. Do we feel rushed? Is it sharp? Is it hazy? We get an easy indicator of how things are going in that session. Our target in Visualize 101 is an object. Later in Visualize 201, we'll start with a place, but for now we're going to start with a simple object. Pick a familiar object that is simple, nothing too complex. Now, some people pick household items, some people pick something that they carry with them every day in a bag or in their pocket. And it needs to have something, as I've said before, that has some detail that you can focus in on, but not too many details, because that's just too much. For instance, here's a pencil. We can see its point, we can see its color, we can see its basic shape, we can see the metal portion at the end, and we can see the eraser. Even this may have too many details. But compared to the card that's shown here, the pencil is much more simple. The card has a lot of colors, has a lot of details, has a lot of characters or objects to look at. It's fine for later work, but it may be way too detailed, and it is too detailed for most people. I've also noticed that having objects where the detail is at high contrast from the background or from other portions of the object, it's just much easier to see. As you can see here with this playing card, the numbers and the suit, playing card suit, really stands out from the background, from the basic shape. Compare it here with the key. The key is a simple object. It has a variety of grooves and cutouts, but it's basically the same color. Some of the details just will not stand out easily in our mind's eye compared to the playing card. So as you pick an object, feel free to replace it and pick something else if the details are elusive or too elusive for you to grasp and to hold in your mind's eye. You also may want to avoid three-dimensional objects and pick something flat, maybe something that's been printed compared to this box. So with all that said, don't pick an object that has really no meaning to you or that you just can't connect with, or even something you might dislike. There should be something that's attractive about it, that catches your eye, because that will pull you into learning its details to learn more about it. For instance, some people like coins or shells or marbles, and they like them, and they're even a bit captivated about them. So look around and pick something you can connect with. Of course, working with a target image, the whole purpose of that is to allow easy and direct practice. And let me say it again, practice, practice, practice. That is what's going to make you a masterful visualizer. Here's a summary of where you've come from if you've followed this course, followed these videos in their order, and I suggest you do so. You've learned how to slow down. You've learned how to turn inward. Now you've learned about a target image. So just keep going. Learn a few more steps here, and you'll be completing Visualize 101.